what we have here is a picture graph. And the reason why it's called a picture graph is because it uses pictures to give us information. In this case, it uses the picture of a mouse. And it tells us that one of these little mouse pictures means one mouse. It equals one mouse. So what is this picture graph telling us? Well, the title says Mice on Farm. So this tells us how many mice are in the different places in a farm. And you could see here the different places where we might find mice. You could find mice in the house, in the barn, in the pasture, or the corral. And then these, I guess you could say, these stacks of these mouse pictures tell us how many mice there are in each of those places. So, for example, in the house, we see, well, this they tell us that's one mouse. It says 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, or 4 mice. 4 mice in the house. That's 4 right over there. Could write that over there. 4 mice in the house. How many in the barn? Well, same idea. 1, 2, let me just in different color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 mice. 6 mice in the barn. So there's 6 mice in the barn. Let me just write that down. So 6 mice in the barn. What about the pasture? Well, we see that there's 3 mice there, just because each of these pictures is one mouse. The person who made the picture graph could have made each of those pictures a different number of mice, but here each one is one mouse. So there's 3 in the pasture, 3 in the pasture. And then finally, let me move over a little bit. And then finally, there are 2 in the corral. 2 in the corral. So if someone asked you how many total mice are there on this farm, well, you would add all of these up. You would say 4 plus 6 is 10. Plus 3 is 13, plus 2 is 15. 15 total mice on the farm. So once again, picture graph, just a way to show data, to show information. This tells us how many mice are in each part of the farm. Someone said, how many mice in the barn? You say, okay, well, there's 6 mice. If someone says, how many mice are in the pasture and the corral combined? Well, that's going to be the 3 in the pasture plus the 2 in the corral, or 5. They said how many mice in the whole farm, and if these are all the places where the mice could be, well, it's going to be the 4 plus 6 plus 3 plus 2, or 15. And we're done.